It's Stamp Designs with Denise. I'm Denise Johnson, coming at you from hot, hazy, and humid Bedford, New Hampshire. We've been having quite a spell here with the heat, and it seems to be ongoing. My son's birthday is on Saturday, and I can remember when I was pregnant with him, we did not live in a home with central air conditioning, and it was hot and humid like this, and I was 9 months pregnant, and it was very miserable. We did have some window air conditioners, but it's not fun being pregnant in this heat. It's not fun for me being now not pregnant in this heat. But so, welcome today to my live. I'm going to be using a stamp set that I fell in love with as soon as I saw the catalog and knew I had to buy it right away. So I did. So I'm going to share that with you today. I'm just going to here quickly make sure that my live has started and that there is volume. I'm hoping that today I'm going to okay, so my volume works. I'm not going to have any more issues today like I did last week when I got phone calls in the middle of my Facebook Live and my video cut out and all that. So it's a learning process for me. So we're just hoping things go well. So I am going to turn my camera around here and I'll get started. In my stand, make sure that we're centered here. And that looks to be pretty good, I think. So, we are here in July having our bonus days still, which means that if you place an order during July for $50 or more on product, you can redeem a $5 coupon for each $50 you spend in August. So you just need to verify your email address when you place that order, and then you will get a coupon code in your email box that you will need to keep track of, and then you can redeem in August. The August paper pumpkin is going to be called The World's Greatest, where you're going to celebrate the everyday heroes in your life. And that you can subscribe up until August 10th for. And so the stamp set I'm using today is on page 91 of the catalog. So as a demonstrator, when you reach sorry, I'm going to say this the right way. When you reach $1 million in sales, you get to design your own stamp set. So this is the set that was designed by Connie Stewart. I don't think I'll ever reach this level. I think I kind of figured out I have to live to be 275 years old if I'm ever going to reach the million in sales milestone. But hey, you never know. So this is her stamp set. It comes with coordinating dies. So this is what the box looks like. And then these are the dies that come with it. And I've stamped and cut them out so you can see. So there's some images: chocolate, coffee, cocktails, cookies, and then some words: love you more than chocolate, coffee, cocktails, and cookies. So it's a pretty fun set. I'm pretty excited to share with you today. So our first card, we're going to use the chocolate stamp set. So all my card bases today are going to be 11 inches by 4 1/4 and scored them at 5 1/2. And this will create our card. So it's going to open up like that. I'm just going to burnish this edge. Then I have my designer series paper, which is the flowers for every season. So this comes out of this pack. Papers come 6 by 6. This is just a sampling of that. So on one side of the paper will be these flowered images, and the back side, because every piece of paper is double-sided, will be these more neutral type of papers. So we're using the neutral side today. So my first one is this Just Jade, and so this is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Then I have the coordinating Just Jade cardstock. This will be 2 7/8 by 3 7/8. And then I have a sheet of Whisper White, which is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Oh, and I want to mention too, I always do my card bases in the thick Whisper White, and then all of my layered pieces are always done with just the regular Whisper White. I do find a difference. I like using the thick for the card base. It's sturdier. I think it stands up nicer, and the regular Whisper White is great for the layering. It's also fantastic for when you're coloring with markers or the blends and stuff. It doesn't bleed, and it's a just nice, really white, pure piece of paper. So we're going to get out our chocolate stamps. There's a lot of different sentiments with these two. So this first one I'm going to have, it's going to say, I put one on one side and one on the back side just so that I would have all my sentiments together. It's a day without chocolate is like, just kidding, I have no idea. So that's our sentiment. So we're just going to place these out of the way. We're going to do some two-step stamping as well today. So I'm going to start by putting my sentiments on. Put this one up at the top, a day without, and then stamp this one down the bottom. That just gives us an idea of how we're going to center the rest of it. Some of these stamps I'm reusing, so I'm going to try and keep track of them. Now I'm going to do my word chocolate. So the first one I did with Just Jade, and this is Early Espresso. So we'll center that down near the bottom. And then we have our bonbons, also using the Early Espresso. Put those right there. And then this is where the two-step stamping. So I'm going to ink this up in Early Espresso, and then I'm going to stamp it off. It takes off most of the color, but you still have enough on there that then you can center this on, put this over, and it just fills in the chocolates and gives you the lighter color on the inside. And that is, let's see, we're going to add some. This set also comes with this sort of a little star, so we'll put some of these around it, make our chocolates sparkle. And I also pulled out some enamel dots because we need to make these chocolates sparkle. I'm going to use my pick your tool, nope, and add some of these in the Just Jade as well. Take your pick tool, that's what I was trying to say. I put those on, and as my friend Paige likes to do, we're going to use some Stella, and this is a little bit of a shimmer pen, and we're just going to brush this right over our chocolates, and we're going to add a little bit of shimmer to them. Everything needs a little bit of Stella. And there we go. And that's that. I don't know if you can see the sparkle on the chocolate, but it's there. And now we can just assemble our card. So this is a very easy layout. I have used this. We're going to make 5 cards today. As you can see, they go pretty quickly, and they're all going to use this same layout. And that will just get attached right there. And there we go. That's our first card. A Day Without Chocolate. Okay. Now our next card is going to use the cookie set. So again, my card base is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. Burnish that. My designer series paper, I'm using the Misty Moonlight now, 4 by 5 1/4. I have soft suede cardstock, 2 7/8 by 3 7/8, and then my Whisper White, 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. So let me move all my chocolate stuff out of the way. And we'll do some cookies. So our sentiment for this one is, today is a cookies kind of day. The ink I'm using is the Misty Moonlight. All of these, well, not all of them, but I'm using all 5 of the in colors that are new this year. The Just Jade, Misty Moonlight, Magenta Madness, Bumblebee, and Cinnamon Cider. So that's our sentiment done. And then we have our cookie I'm doing in the soft suede. Do that right in the middle. I'm going to stamp my cookie in there. And then the center of my cookie, I'm going to do the 2-step stamping again. I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to stamp in the center just to get the color. Now for this one, I stamped a couple extras on some scrap paper, and then I used the dies to cut them out. So I have a couple extras here. I put Stampin' Dimensionals on the back. Just wanted to kind of add some more cookies, because nobody eats just one cookie, right? So we'll put those on like that. It just adds an extra dimension. And then we'll assemble this card. Oh, nope, sorry, I'm going to do a little more stamping. I want to do some more of those stars. Need to clean my stamp set. Going back into the Misty Moonlight, and we'll add a couple of those stars. And then we are going to winky it with the wink of Stella. And put some enamel dots on it. And there we go. Now we can put this all together. I gotta keep track of my enamel dots. I tend to lose stuff right in front of my nose. So we'll attach our designer series paper first. I'll layer my Whisper White onto my soft suede. And there's our second card done. So our next card, I think I had an inside, yes, I had an inside sentiment for this one because I thought it went with this saying, today is a cookies kind of day, and it says, and I'm pretty sure tomorrow will be too. So we're gonna put that on the inside. Just center it in here. And that finishes that card. So the next one's my absolute favorite. This is the one with the cocktails. So we have our card base. All of these measurements will be on my blog and the Facebook Live when this finishes. I will get that, all the information uploaded. This is the Bumblebee. This is the Magenta Madness, and then my Whisper White. So for this one, what I did, I think I showed you this a few weeks back, is we have this rainbow glimmer paper, which is a little overwhelming, all in one sheet, but when you cut it up and use smaller pieces of it, it's pretty nice. So I used this cocktails die and I cut it out using that glimmer paper. So I like that. I thought it was going to go really well with the stamped image that I did. So we're going to start with the glass. Oh, here are my stamps. I'm going to stamp that in. No, I think I'm going to keep the same routine I did. And we're going to do our sentiment first in Magenta Madness. So this is going to say cocktails because adulting is hard. So we're going to put that sentiment right down the bottom. Our die that I did with the cocktails we'll put up at the top corner. I did use the adhesive sheets on the back of this to make it easier to adhere to the paper. Of course, it is a little hard to get it started when you want to peel it. There we go. Comes off nicely once you get it started. So I'm going to put our word right up at the top there, and then I'll be able to center my cocktail in the center of this. I think, you know what, I just realized I have the little eye is stuck inside the die cut still. So I'm wondering if I can do this without losing it. I'm going to put a tiny little drop of glue. Maybe not that much glue. And then stick that, there we go. Oh, I'm surprised that worked. Okay, let's do our stamping. I'm doing the cocktail glass in basic gray. I use black a lot, but sometimes the basic gray is nice. It's a little bit of a softer than doing it in black. And then this stamp set comes with your inside drink, so we're doing that in the Magenta Madness. Like that, and then we're going to, it has a little fill-in for the umbrella, and then also one for your lemon or lime. I'm going to make mine a lime because I'm going to use the Just Jade on that. Sorry if my head gets in the way. I'm trying to line it up and not be in camera. And then the umbrella I'm going to do in the Bumblebee. Like that. And that's that card. And then we just need to assemble. But we're going to add our stars first. And we have to wink it too, don't we? Because the cocktails definitely sparkle. Add some of those, and then I think I'm going to use the Bumblebee enamel dots on this one. There's that. Add our wink. There we go. That has a nice little shimmer to it now. I really like the way the cocktails word came out using that rainbow glimmer paper. And then if you wanted to too, if you get the dies and you want to cut it out, I made this one earlier and cut that one out, you could just pop that one up on that. It just adds a little bit more dimension. And I didn't wink that one yet, but you could certainly add that one to that as well. Now we're going to do our coffee stamp next. So, today's plan, consume coffee and be awesome. So our card base, 11 by 4 1/4. Let's do some stamping first. Our sentiment, we're using Cherry Cobbler as our accent cardstock on this one. So that's the wrong one. Let's see. We'll do stamp our top sentiment, stamp our bottom sentiment, and then we have the cinnamon cider. also cut out the word coffee using the dies, so we're going to use this. There are stamp sets with all these words as well. If you don't get the dies, you can recreate these cards with just the stamp set. The dies just help add another dimension to your cards. So that our coffee cup in the cinnamon cider. You know what, I think I'm going to do the coffee cup in the cherry cobbler instead. Just clean that off. Cherry cobbler. And then we'll do our coffee on the inside with the cinnamon cider. I'm going to stamp that off a little bit. I don't like the way that stamped off. There we go. That's better. And there's our coffee. And let's see, we'll clean off our dots and we'll do some stars on that. Now this stamp set also had some steam, so I will do that in the cinnamon cider first. My coffee word is in the way. Maybe we'll add a couple things of steam. There we go. And then add some sparkle. Get this one put together. So I like this stamp set because these are all my vices: coffee, cocktails, cookies, chocolate. I don't know what it's missing. If you can think of something else that should have been in this stamp set, leave a comment and let me know. There we go. And then I'm getting tape everywhere, I think. I'm getting a little messy with the tape. I'm going to use a little bit of glue. There we go. And then we're going to add our enamel dots. I'm doing the cinnamon cider dots on this. There we go for that, and our wink. Make our steam glimmer, and our coffee. Here we go, and then our last card is going to be the chocolate one again, but it has a different sentiment. Excuse me. Need a drink of water. It is warm. I closed my door to do the video and it's getting a little warm in my room now. Oh, I'm doing this one backwards. I attached my paper first. Okay, let's do our stamping. I am going to find the chocolate ones I used earlier, clean them. And then our sentiment for this one is, "You're just like chocolate. You make everything better." So we're using the cinnamon cider for this. going to be very monochromatic. It's going to be all in the cinnamon cider. And then I did cut this out, so I'm going to actually just put my die cut there. It's popped it up on a dimensional. We'll add in our little stars. And we'll add in some of our enamel dots. Maybe I'll do a different color here. Maybe I'll do this just jade just to add a little bit of a touch of something else. There we go. We'll wink our chocolate up. There we go, and I'm going to attach this, and then that will be 5 cards. So again, I like the variety of the sentiments in this set. Mix and match whatever your vice is with whatever saying strikes your fancy. Let's stick this here. And I'm going to put that right there. And then, so same layout for every card, just different sentiments. And fun, just a lot of fun. I have a couple more cards that I got. Some of them I made, some of them I had got in a swap. So I just wanted to share it. So this uses the words from the die, Love You More Than, cookies. I believe this paper is from the Ornate Garden Designer Series paper. This is one using the coffee, and they stamped the coffee word in Poppy Parade on the back to make a background. So A Day Without is like, just kidding, I have no idea. And then here's another one with the cocktails, 3 different cocktails. Today is a cocktails kind of day. So this was cut out, and then it was cut out actually using there's Stampin' dimensional like sheets now that you can use to pop up your words with. I hope you can see that in the video. And then the cocktails are all popped up with dimensionals. And then here's one I received in a swap. Today's plan, consume coffee. So she cut the words out of the Designer Series paper. This is also the cinnamon cider. And then this is a little bit of a fun fold. She just used cookies. That was from Barbara Rathmel. Today is a cookies kind of day. And this is the bumblebee paper. So those are all my cards using the Nothing's Better Than stamp set and the Love You More Than dies. So thank you for watching. If you'd like to place an order this month, this is July's host code. If you comment or share on this video, I will be doing a drawing for prizes. And remember to leave a little sparkle wherever you go today. Have a great day.